So anything more, Kayleigh, on what might form police reform in terms of the executive order and legislation?
So the only new announcement I have on that front is that today we are working on approaching stakeholders and making sure that this is the appropriate balance between ensuring police can do their job and ensuring that there is needed reform in the aftermath of the killing of George Floyd.
Yeah. Kayleigh, what does Juneteenth mean to President Trump, and is it appropriate for him to be holding a rally on Juneteenth?
Look, President Trump is, the African American community is very near and dear to his heart. At these rallies, he often shares the great work he has done for minority communities. When you look at the fact that this president got criminal justice reform done, that this president brought us the lowest African American unemployment numbers in the history of our country, that this president made HBCU funding permanent. He's working on rectifying injustices that go back to the very beginning of this country's history. So it's a meaningful day to him, and it's a day where he wants to share some of the progress that's been made as we look forward and more that needs to be done, especially as we're looking at this police reform.
Kayleigh, on this issue of renaming the military bases, nobody is talking about decommissioning them or tearing them down. We're just talking about renaming them. And you just said on Fox that the names don't really matter. It's about the heroes who have come from there. So why is the president so opposed to the actual name?
Because if you change the name, what you are saying to the men and women who left those forts, who died for this country in many cases, you are telling them that the institution they left was fundamentally and inherently racist because of the name that is on it. The president doesn't stand for that proposition. He wants to respect our military, and that's where he stands on this. He made it very clear yesterday.
You know, the argument there, though, is that these are individuals, these 10 generals, are individuals who essentially betrayed their country and led military forces to kill American soldiers to support slavery. That isn't saying that the bases are racist. It's just saying that it was a bad idea naming those bases for Confederate generals when there are people like Pershing and Patton and others who are American generals who served honorably.
Where the president stands is he believes that these bases are most notably identified by the heroes within it, by the acts that they did in winning 2 world wars, and defeating anarchy, defeating fascism across the globe. That's what these bases stand for, not the names on them. So he doesn't want to change the names. He's vehemently opposed to that. And also, as I noted yesterday, where do you draw the lines? Are we to remove from history George Washington? Are we to remove Thomas Jefferson? Are we to remove FDR? Where do we draw the lines? That's where the president stands, and that's where his thoughts are. And I have to head out because I'm going to Dallas. All right, thanks.
We will make America great again.